Well, I'm the reformed cool guy who's learned the error of his ways. She's gonna forgive me for my mistakes and realize that I really love her.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie moments that made us love Chris Evans.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Prepare to feel the wrath of the League of Evil Exes.
CSI KFC?
For this list, we'll be looking at the best film scenes featuring actor Chris Evans. Because some of them take place at the end or at pivotal moments, a spoiler alert is in order. If you're as big of a fan of Chris as we are, leave us a post in the comments letting us know what your faves are. Number 10, All Day, Captain America: The First Avenger.
So that you will stay who you are. Not a perfect soldier, but a good man.
We love seeing the small pre-transformation Steve Rogers, who is just as brave and determined as he is when he becomes Captain America, say this line and mean it. While Steve also shows his selfless side when he sacrifices himself to cover up a grenade during military training, it's watching Steve get into a fistfight in an alley, while obviously losing the mismatched brawl, that makes our list. First, this moment from Chris Evans' first film as Captain America spawned the now infamous line,
I can do this all day.
which he says throughout the MCU.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
But we also see Steve hold up a garbage can lid like a shield, giving us a little glimpse of what's to come and introducing us to the beloved character. Number 9, Brooke, Dalton, and Nick Vaughan's Heart to Heart. Before we go, in his directorial debut, we see Chris playing Nick, a man who spends his night exploring New York City with his newfound companion Brooke.
Look, my night was shit before you showed up. It's gonna be shit after you leave. But your night, if we can get you home and save your marriage, well then, that would make me a hero.
In this scene, Nick is telling Brooke about his previous relationship, and Chris proves to his audience how capable he is as a male lead in a romantic movie.
What did he do?
What could I do? Beg, cry. Didn't do any of it. Just sat there, devastated.
We can't help but empathize with Nick as his story shows how vulnerable and romantic he is, something we love to see in a Chris Evans character. Although Chris hasn't directed another movie or played in many romantic films since Before We Go, we hope that's something that changes very soon, as he is irresistible in this one.
She's gonna take all your money. You're probably gonna get punched in the face. But, stick with her. You're gonna need her a lot more than she needs you.
Number 8, Sundae vs. Banana Split, not another teen movie. For this entry, we go back to the beginning of the millennium, to Chris's first feature film to be exact. Before he was saving the world as the Human Torch and Captain America, he played Jake Weiler in this hilarious parody film, which came out when he was just 20 years old.
Well, I'm the reformed cool guy who's learned the error of his ways. She's gonna forgive me for my mistakes and realize that I really love her.
Here, he's seen playing the cool, popular jock trying to seduce Janie Briggs, the stereotypical ugly duckling character. In this scene, Janie amusingly mistakes his revealing getup for a sundae instead of a banana split.
I don't like Sundays.
Oh, it's not a sundae. It's a banana split.
I don't like those either. Goodbye, Jake.
While correcting her, Chris proves that even early in his career, he was just as charming, funny, and likable as he is now, over 20 years later. Number 7, Allie Darling and Colin Shea play basketball. What's your number?
What are you doing?
We're playing strip whores. Is there another kind?
Chris Evans and Anna Faris playing strip basketball to a Black Eyed Peas tune? Color us there. In this cute and flirty scene, Playboy Colin and his neighbor-turned-love interest Allie are playing a somewhat unconventional yet adorable game of hoops. Even though she initially enlists him to help her track down her ex-boyfriends, while she helps him to hide from his one-night stands, we can't blame Allie for falling for Colin.
That girl doesn't exist. If she did, I'd be sleeping with her. And what kind of guy cares about how many people you slept with anyway?
Decent guys.
This scene embodies their compelling relationship. Everyone loves when the guy who can't seem to settle down falls for the girl next door, and that's exactly what we get with Chris as Colin.
I think I love you, 21.
I love you too. 300.
Number 6. Harvard Hottie, The Nanny Diaries.
Pardon me.
We've loved seeing Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans in several Marvel flicks through the years, but one of their best moments is during the second of their many movies together. Here, we see Annie the Nanny meet the aptly named Harvard Hottie.
By the way, my name's...
Since my job required a vow of chastity, it was essential that I avoided all intimacies, especially first names. For the purpose of this field diary, let's just call him Harvard Hottie.
As Annie loses control of the boy she's looking after, this Ivy Leaguer sweeps in to save the day. He returns the missing stroller and convinces the mischievous little grayer to open the door for her.
Hey, would you be a sport and unlock the door? It's not nice to lock people out. Please, buddy? Hey.
Charming as ever, Evans' Hayden instantly makes an impression on both Annie and the audience in his mysterious first appearance, and we are already cheering for these two to get together. Number 5. Scott Pilgrim vs. Lucas Lee. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
The only thing keeping me and her apart is the 2 minutes it's gonna take to kick your ass.
Can I have your autograph, please?
We've all seen Chris in a fight scene or two, but we rarely get to see him as the bad guy. In this cartoon-like altercation, Chris plays Lucas Lee, who fights Scott Pilgrim as the titular character tries to thrash all the exes of his new love interest, Ramona. There are so many great things about Chris Evans in this role, like the fact that everything he says is serious yet comes out hilarious, the slightly over-the-top villainous voice, and who could forget those eyebrows?
Looks like you're seeing double. He's good, right? Sometimes I let him do the wide shots when I feel like getting blazed back in my Winnie.
Chris himself recreated and made fun of the character during a virtual reunion with his castmates during the 2020 pandemic.
You are a pretty good actor.
I'm going for the Oscar.
Number 4. Avengers Assemble, Avengers Endgame. Who doesn't get goosebumps watching this scene? In this Avengers Infinity War sequel, we see all of our favorite superheroes assemble for this epic battle. And who better to lead this group than the first Avenger himself? This scene is full of references to all of the movies that led up to Avengers Endgame, including Falcon announcing his entrance with "On Your Left."
Captain Sam, can you hear me? On your left.
And, of course, there's the unforgettable moment when Cap reveals he really can lift Thor's hammer, which is a callback to one of the most hilarious scenes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Nothing.
Everything in this scene reminds us of all of Captain America's best moments as we see him lead the Avengers in their biggest battle to date.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Number 3. Ransom's entrance, Knives Out. In this modern-day whodunit, Chris plays the cocky and entitled Ransom Drysdale, the grandson of Harlan Thrombey, who has just died under mysterious circumstances. Even with this all-star cast, Chris's character stands out as he makes his entrance later in the movie than the others.
All right, what is this? What's this arrangement?
Mr. Drysdale.
CSI KFC?
Prior to the will reading, we see Ransom arrive in what would become an iconic white knit sweater, proving that Chris Evans really can pull anything off.
Funny, Ransom, you skipped the funeral, but you're early for the will reading.
Okay, people grieve in different ways. Let's not.
When the family discovers Ransom's been cut out of Harlan's will, they begin to chastise the playboy. But it turns out that Ransom knew all along. His reaction to tell his whole family off is delightfully despicable. Yet, he's somehow still likable and convivial while doing so.
Matter of fact, eat shit. How's that? In fact,
Do not use that word in front of my son.
eat shit,
If I
eat
wasn't
shit,
practicing,
eat shit.
I would slap that smug smile.
Definitely eat shit.
Number 2. Reunited with Mary Adler, Gifted. This tear-jerking scene shows the bond between Frank and his gifted niece Mary as they're reunited after a lengthy custody battle.
Please, Frank. Why you leave?
Come on, because the court said I had to. You know this. We've discussed this in us.
While we're used to seeing Chris play a leader and a hero, we don't often get to see him in a fatherly role. And this moment in particular showcases his ability to tap into the emotions of being a parent.
Because I thought I was bad for you. And then it dawned on me, if Mary is this amazing, smart, sweet human being, then I must be doing something right.
Let's be honest, there's nothing more endearing than seeing a caring father comfort his little girl, and Chris plays the guardian role perfectly. It's clear that his on-screen daughter was just as crazy about Chris as we were in this movie, as she couldn't help but rave about him during an interview the two of them had with Ellen.
He's so nice. He has such a kind heart, and he's always doing charity and...
I pay her. It's not a big deal.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. On your left, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Cap's super speed gets on Sam's nerves during a jog, and it's hilarious.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Left.
Come on!
Mike in the Courtroom, Puncture. Drug-addicted attorney Michael David Weiss fights for his client.
I'm sorry, sir. It's a simple question. Which did you look into first? The work order system that had just caused the death of 2 innocent people? Or a 4-year-old job application of an employee that had just publicly humiliated you?
Meeting Wilford, Snowpiercer. Curtis Everett and Wilford try to intimidate each other in this intense conversation.
Curtis, everyone has their preordained position. And everyone is in their place except you.
That's what people in the best place say to people in the worst place.
Captain America's public service announcement, Spider-Man: Homecoming. Peter Parker and his classmates get some advice at school from a fellow superhero.
Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing.
Yoga fail, playing it cool. Chris's character Me tries his best, but totally and adorably fails at yoga. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The End. Avengers Endgame. At the end of Avengers Endgame, we see Steve Rogers' story come full circle.
You know, if you want, I could come with you.
You're a good man, Sam. This one's on me, though.
After going back in time to return the Infinity Stones, Cap decides not to return to the present, so that he can live out his life with Peggy instead. This means he finally gets his dance with her, which is something he's wanted since he went into the Arctic at the end of the first Captain America movie.
Maggie.
I'm here.
You're gonna need a rain check on that dance.
Not only do we get to see Steve Rogers as an old, happily married man, ready to pass on the torch to Falcon, letting fans know his legacy will live on, but also this emotional final scene encompasses everything we love about Steve Rogers.
Well, after I put the stones back, I thought, maybe I'll try some of that life Tony was telling me to get.
Even after everything he's gone through and accomplished, Peggy is the one part of him that was missing, and his getting to be with her is the perfect ending for Chris Evans as Captain America. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.